What's up, everybody? It's your boy Mel in our clock review. Today I'll be talking about thoughts on an anime series that was based on one of the most famous movie series of all time. Was canceled way before the series ever completed. Yeah, that series. What I'm talking about. That's the phrase. Get your paws off me, you damn dirty ape. That's right. I'm talking about this series Return to the Planet of the Apes. First aired in 1975 until, well, technically it was from 1975 it only released from September of 1975 to November of 1975, just 1 year. I think only 3 months. Shit. That's how short it was. And I remember watching this. I seen this on YouTube. I actually kind of liked it. I don't know why they cancel it. I don't know. But before we begin, did you subscribe and did you hit the bell? If so, are you ready to turn back to the future in a time where the world has been ruled in the world of Planet of the Apes? Well, good luck with yourself. So yeah, Planet of the Apes was an anime television. Return to Planet of the Apes was a 1975 animated television series based on the 1968 film Planet of the Apes and its sequels, which were in turn based on the 1963 novel of the same name by Pierre Boulle. Unlike the film, its sequels and the 1974 live-action television series were involved a primitive ape civilization, while Return to Planet of the Apes depicted a technological advanced society complete with automobiles, film, and television. As such, it more closely resembled both Beale's original novel and early concepts for the first ape films, which were changed due to budgetary limitation in the late 60s. Yeah. Our budget's great, huh? Produced following the last of the big screen features and short-lived live-action television series, this series was among the last Planet of the Apes projects for several years, following a number of comic books from Marvel Comics from August of 1974 to February 1977, and a series of audio ventures from Power Records in 1974. Aside from a number of comic book series published by Malibu Comics in the early 1990s, the next project based on Beale's concept would be Tim Burton's reimagining in 2001, the remake. Along with the second Planet of the Apes film, Beneath the Planet of the Apes, this is one of the only two original Planet of the Apes productions in which Roddy McDowall was not involved. If you know who he is, he's the one who played the chimpanzee Dr. Cornelius, and also his son Caesar in the later two films of Conquest. Was it Battle or no? Battle was the last. I feel it was Conquer of Planet of the Apes, I think. As the history of production in 1975, after the failure of the live-action series, NBC and 20th Century Fox agreed to adapt Planet of the Apes for an animated series. The network contracted DePatie Freleng Enterprise to produce and half-hour Saturday morning cartoon titled Return to the Planet of the Apes. Doug Wildey, co-creator of Johnny Quest, took on the creative control as associate producer and storyboard director and supervising director. Wildey only watched the original film and Beneath, and thus based his inspiration on them. As such, the show relied less on the themes and plot development from escape and conquest and battle, instead returned to the Vietnam War and Cold War themes prominent in the first two films. The plot concerns three American astronauts, Bill Hudson, voiced by Tom Williams, Jeff Allen, voiced by Austin Stoker, who played McDowell in Battle with Planet of the Apes, Judy Franklin, voiced by Claudette Navins, who eventually journey to Earth's far future. They find the world populated by three groups. The mute humans, who inhabit the desert caves, subterranean humans, known as underdwellers, fashioned after the mutants of Beneath the Planet of the Apes, and the civilized apes who subjugate the humans. Through the show, the astronauts become increasingly involved in the planet's affairs and in defending the humans against the ape invasion. The cast features characters based on those from the previous film and television series, including Nova, voiced by Nevins again, General Urko, voiced by Henry Corden, Zira, voiced by Philippa Harris, and Dr. Cornelius, voiced by Edwin Mills, and Dr. Zayas by Richard Blackburn. NBC broadcast 13 episodes between September 6th and November 21st of 1975. The show did not achieve particularly strong ratings. This network considered producing a second 3-episode season to complete the story, but never materialized. Airing on NBC, the series premiered on September 6th of 1975 and was broadcast through November 29th of 1975 and continued in reruns until September 4th of 1976. Although only 13 episodes were produced, the series aired Saturday mornings at 11 a.m. Eastern Standard Time and 10 a.m. Central Standard Time. The series was later shown in reruns on the Sci-Fi Channel in 1992 as part of the Sci-Fi Cartoon Quest. In Asia, the series was broadcast in Star TV in 1994 to 97. Much for the series was provided by Dean Elliott, recorded in England, and conducted by Eric Rogers. So what's the story about? Well, as with the film and live-action series, Return to Planet of the Apes involved a handful of astronauts from Earth who were hurled into the future and found themselves stuck in a world populated by advanced apes and primitive humans. Of course, of the 13 episodes, the astronauts attempt to keep one step ahead of the apes while at the same time trying to make some sense of what had happened. Additionally, they did their best to safeguard the human population from the apes. If you recall, you have different ape factions. You have the gorillas, which are the military. That form the military. You have the orangutans, who form mostly the political and the head scientists. And you have the gentle chimpanzees, which are mostly the scientists who cared about the humans. Fun fact, they're actually another group of apes, which are more, I think they're snow apes? They're not like yetis, they're ones who like hang out in the hot springs around these colder parts in Europe. Like in Japan. Those apes. Those they're only seen in the cartoon series. Not in the live action. We only seen the chimpanzees, the orangutans, and the gorillas. That's it. Each episode was self-contained in extent, and also the story threads did weave in and out, with characters and plots from early episodes popping up in later ones. In order for the series to make any sense, the episodes need to be viewed in order. The anime series does chronologically fit with the rest of the Ape universe. It borrows characters and elements from the movie, the TV series, and the original novel. General Urko is borrowed from the TV series, along with Dr. Zaius, Zira and Cornelius. Brent, renamed here as Ron Brent, and Nova are from the movie series. Krator and the Underdwellers in the anime series are loosely based on the mutants from the sequel film Beneath the Planet of the Apes. Unlike the movies, the anime series borrows more from the original novel, as in the apes live in a more civilized society, and they have television, radios, cars, airplanes, and boats. As with the live-action television series, the anime series was concluded before the resolution of the storyline, and we do not learn if the astronauts are able to return to their own time period, but the anime series does otherwise offer a conclusion. Dr. Zaius, in recognizing the threat of the military overthrow from General Urko, assures that he is relieved of command. Further, Cornelius and Cornelius and Zira, in recognizing the simian society was established long after human society has deteriorated, believe that the time was right for humans to be offered equal rights to that of apes, and intend to present their proposition to the Senate. Oh yes, they have a Senate here. Unlike the film, they also have form of orangutans. Literally doing the, see no evil, hear no evil, speak no evil. I think the Tim Burton one did show that one with more fashion. Characters in the anime series frequently mention prominent apes, noticeably named after human historical figures, by appropriately inserting the word ape into their name. Another example is William Shakespeare. Yes, the ape of William Shakespeare. An ape analog with William Shakespeare. Another scene shows a couple of ape soldiers chatting about a new movie called The Ape Father, which is an analog for The Godfather. Unlike the live-action series and the movies, the ape society is presented as being technologically advanced, as in the novel, rather than the agrarian. The cast and characters, as we know, we have Bill Hudson, voiced by Richard Blackburn, and Tom Williams, who is one of the two male astronauts, described with blonde, blue-eyed, depicted wearing a blue t-shirt and white pants. We also have Dr. Cornelius, voiced by Henry Corden, and Edwin Mills, which we all know he's one of the male chimpanzee scientists and archaeologists. We have his wife, Dr. Zira, voiced by Philippa Harris, a female chimpanzee scientist who is very outspoken against the guerrilla military regime. We also have General Urko, voiced by Henry Corden, who is the guerrilla general who plans to drive the humans and underworlders off the planet. We have Judy Franklin, from the voice of Claudette Nevins, the lone female astronaut and expert airplane pilot. She is kidnapped and held by the underworlders for a time before being rescued. We have Jeff Allen, voiced by Austin Stoker, another male astronaut, an African-American astronaut, depicted as wearing a red turtleneck shirt. Stoker, previously played by Mr. McDowell in Battle for the Planet of the Apes, is the only cast member of the live-action movie to have played in the part of the series. Oh yeah, I remember him. He was Caesar's friend. If you recall, his bro appeared in the I think it was in Escape from the Planet of the Apes, who worked with the governor. That almost sealed the fate of his parents. But he helped Caesar with his new plan. So yeah. We also have Dr. Sayus, voiced by Richard Blackburn, the orangutan leader of the ape scientific community, depicted as a grandfatherly politician who questions the tactics of General Urko. Unlike his movie counterpart in the first two films, let's just say he's a bit questionable. We also have Nova, voiced by Claudette again, who is the human female who joins Bill, Judy, and Jeff on their adventure. Fun fact, she actually featured in the two films of Planet of the Apes and Beneath the Planet of the Apes as the love interest of Brent, the astronaut from the first film, played by Charles Heston. We also have Ronald Brent, who made his appearance as well as the U.S. astronaut who launched in the 21st century but arrived in the time of Abe rule a number of years prior to the Hudson Allen Franklin expedition. Krator, who is the leader of the Underdwellers, and the Underdwellers, a group of underground persons based on mutants from beneath the Planet of the Apes. But there have been a lot of episodes, actually. I think there was one episode that actually pretty funny. I think it was episode 10 called Attack from the Clouds, which was written by Larry Spiegel. It was aired on November 8th of 1975, where during the night, Ape City was awakened by a huge flying monster. That's when it spawned an Ape Patrol, and this time they had a new toy, which guess what it was? A P-40 fighter. Yes, a World War II P-40 fighter plane. Which they managed to only made one, I think. And they managed to, with this type of weapon, it would be a drastic bad news for the humans. So the group of astronauts managed to steal the airplane and the blueprints, so they won't get their hands on it. It's kind of funny how they managed to get their hands on blueprints to a World War II aircraft. Lucky it wasn't like a bomber. That'll be worse. But yeah. As for the reception, the series has been criticized for poor production values. Reviewers felt that the constant reuse of backgrounds and lack of movement made the action and more on screen dull and slow. The voice work has been also criticized for sometimes being unemotional and equally monotonous. Excuse me. Despite these criticisms, the series was noted for highly detailed backgrounds, illustrations, character designs, and camera effects, due to the part of the veteran cartoonist Doug Waldie. While animation was poor due to the budget and time constraints, still artwork which featured prominent in the program was extremely detailed, with extensive shading, looking more like a comic book than a television cartoon. For the most part, the script was intelligent, with detailed stories and solid internal continuity. Unlike many anime adaptations, Return to Planet of the Apes managed to effectively capture the tone of the live-action features, complete with a sense of alienation, wonderment, and loss. There was a home release called Return to Planet of the Apes series was released as part of the Ultimate DVD collection in the early 2006 by 20th Century Fox Home Entertainment. The Return of the Planet of the Apes, the complete anime series, was released on DVD, was delayed until October 3rd of 2006. This was the first time the series was released on DVD. Only three of the episodes were restored in the disc, including in the Ultimate DVD collection, but all 13 were restored in individual releases. The individual releases were included them in the intended order as opposed to the air date as presented in the box set. The individual release also included the option of watching the episodes with a preview of the next episode, which was not presented in the box set release. The episode lists on the back DVD case for the individual release have many errors. The episodes are listed in air date and order as opposed to the chronological order on the actual DVD. One episode is listed airing the day before it actually aired, and two are shown having the same air date, resulting in the air dates of the two sequent episodes being 1 week off. So yeah, those are my thoughts on the Return of the Planet of the Apes, and I remember watching this on YouTube. Actually, it was full episodes on YouTube of each of the episodes. I kind of liked it. It was pretty interesting. I thought, like, wait, I remember seeing the last episode, like, wait, that was it? Until I realized, whoa, they canceled this way early. With only 13 episodes, so it's a pity they never finished it. It'll be interesting to just conclude this, and that'll be it. But yeah, that's how studios are. Pity, ain't it? But yeah, if you've seen this on YouTube, because it was on YouTube back. I don't know if it's still there or they've been taken down. I don't know. If you managed to see this before YouTube took them down, because face it, YouTube just now they're just being anti-fun. But yeah, if you're new to the channel, remember to subscribe, hit the bell, like this video, and remember our goal is to hit 1 million subscribers, or at least 500k. Because by May of this year is our 11th anniversary here in the channel, so let's do this. And comment down below what you think of this episode. Should they completed it? So it'll be a good conclusion to this anime series, or what? But yeah, until then, have a great day, everybody, and peace out. And you excuse me, I'm gonna blow some shit up.